Hi everyone, my name is moniqueboyd of Live, Love, Aspire Consulting. For those of you who don't know me, I am a life coach. I specifically deal with relationships, an image consultant, and a personal trainer. My vision for my business is to help you all discover new ways of thinking, help you pursue your dreams, and empower you to make better decisions for your life. So I don't make these videos too often, but when I am inspired, I like to create a video and update you on different meetups and workshops that are coming up in my business. So a few of the workshops that are coming up are, I do have a meetup coming up for my group Rules DMV, and it's coming up on Saturday, July 25th. So I usually have the meetups at a local area restaurant. Again, the group is called Rules DMV Support Group. The group is for women only. Sorry, fellas. We talk about relationships, life in general, or whatever the topic is that the group comes up with. But I do have a specific workshop coming up, Dating Over 40, and that is on Thursday, July 30th. And again, that's at another local area restaurant. And this is one I did a few months ago, the earlier part of the year, and people have asked for it again, so I'm doing it again. As you know, those of you who are over 35, dating in your later 30s, your mid to late 30s and up is a little bit different than dating in your 20s. So there's different things you need to know. You're obviously wiser, you're more mature, and you want your dating life to reflect that. And that's some of the things we'll talk about at that meetup. I'll also share some stories with you of some of my clients that are over 40 that have dated in their 40s or their mid to late 30s and have been successful at this. And so I'll share with you some of the techniques that they've used that may help you as well. I also have, some experiences and what I've seen in other people just going about and asking people what they did to find their mate, particularly in the later part of their life. And those are some of the things I'll help you with, or we'll talk about at the meetup, at the workshop. So I'm only giving away a limited amount of tickets because I do want the group to be small. So definitely expect a smaller group. So I would get the tickets as soon as possible. I'm only selling them online. So if you want to attend that workshop, send me an email at info@liveloveaspire.com or moniqueboyd@liveloveaspire.com. If you're in meetup, if you're in the meetup group, sign up on the meetup board, RSVP, and just pay online. And that way I know you will come. So that's that. So I also was inspired to sort of talk about some of the things that I see going on in the world today, particularly with the planets. So some of you are into astrology, and that's okay. You can forward this video, forward to the video. But those of you that are sort of curious as to what the planets are doing right now, I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. I don't always talk about astrology as much. I still follow it. I don't always do it. I do it upon request. So, but I still find it to be very interesting. So I still talk about it. One of the things that is going on now, and it's starting this Saturday, July 25th to September the 6th, is that Venus will be going retrograde. So if you know anything about astrology, you know anything about the planets, Venus is the planet, the goddess of love. So she rules love, she rules money, she rules values, she rules beauty. That's what we know her for. Well, she'll be going backwards, at least backwards in the sky from our position on Earth. And so that's what we mean when we say retrograde. So with the planet going backwards, we feel that emotionally. So we may feel a bit more disconnected from our mates at this particular point in time. We may feel like money isn't coming in quite right at this particular time. And we may also feel like we need a makeover as well. So, and this is really because Venus is going retrograde. So I'm going to kind of go through some things about the Venus retrograde just really quickly. So Venus goes retrograde every 18 months. So the last time she was retrograde was about a year and a half ago. So if you can think about what you did a year and a half ago when Venus was retrograde, this probably something, maybe there's a lesson you learned a year and a half ago. You might want to, reevaluate that, what happened during that time. But Venus is really, when it comes to love, she actually rules love and desire. So that's why a lot of, traditional astrologers, they pretty much say avoid relationships during this particular point in time. And the reason they say that is because you may not have enough information, particularly you singles that are looking for someone. Well, you get mixed reactions from a lot of mixed thoughts from a lot of astrologers on this. I don't know how you can avoid relationships for a month and a half. It's just not going to happen. So I would say more so be careful with relationships, particularly when you're single and you're looking for someone. Make sure that you have all the information that you need, because when Venus goes retrograde, you may be looking for all the wrong things in a mate. Not really looking for the deeper qualities, perhaps, or looking at the right things that would attract and keep a mate. So during the Venus retrograde, generally we we'll definitely be working on our relationships more. We'll be thinking about relationships more. We may be reconnecting to an old flame. Maybe there's a song that comes on the radio and, you start dancing. And you're like, ooh, that reminds me of my ex. Well, you may want to take a minute before you go back to that ex. At least after the first week in September, because you may not be a good situation to go back to the ex just yet. You may be missing love. Maybe that's something that you're like, I really want someone in my life. So those feelings will be much more intense during this particular point in time, and that's because we don't have the Venus energy at this point in time, because let's say she's taking a little vacation like the rest of us. So I would say just be careful with relationships. You actually may just fall in love during this time. That's also something that may actually happen. I know a lot of people that have fallen in love during their Venus retrograde, but those relationships, there's always something missing. That's what happens. It's not that you can't find love during this time. It's just that there's something missing. You don't always have the information that you need. I'd still say go out, date, do whatever you need to do, but make sure all your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, as the elders would say. Also, I hear a lot of astrologers say avoid marriage. Well, the marriage is planned and you have to go through it. There's nothing you can do. If you can sign the license before it goes retrograde, which is Saturday, July 25th. So if you get married, definitely do the license before that time. But I think if you can move the date. A lot of times you can't. So what are you going to do? But just make sure everything is in order. Make sure the wedding's planned to a T, and see what happens. Okay, the other thing Venus rules is money. So if you don't care anything about love, you probably care about money. So here's a few tips on money. So I would be careful signing documents for, I would be careful buying luxury goods, or buying luxury goods, maybe making big purchases, anything that's permanent. I guess I should say anything that's really permanent. That's what you want to avoid, because there's always some information that you're missing. Just like most people know about Mercury retrogrades, and they say that there's always something you don't know. It's almost the same with Venus retrogrades. There's always something you don't know about it. So I would definitely, if you have to, you have to. I just make sure, again, all the I's are, T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. What else do I want to say on this? There is something you can do regarding money during Venus retrogrades, and that is look for bargains, because there's probably going to be some really great bargains and discounts in stores. And that's something you can do if you know the value of a particular item, and it's severely underpriced, then that is your ticket to buy, because you'll probably get a good deal during this time. So that is something you can do. As far as beauty is concerned, I would avoid things like plastic surgery or anything that's permanent. Even probably tattoos, any permanent body changes is something that you definitely may want to reconsider until after the retrograde is over. Because again, there's something you don't know. There's something that always manages to, I don't want to say go wrong, but something's just not quite right. And you don't have enough information at this particular point in time to make a good judgment call. So you may want to reconsider doing this at a later date. Again, if something's already planned, you can't change it, you can't change it. Go ahead and do it, see what happens. What was the other thing? Beauty and, oh, I know. So you probably said, what can you do during this time? Well, this is the time for self-reflection. Whenever the planets go retrograde, like our personal planets like Venus or Mercury, this is the time for us to reflect. You know, when a planet goes retrograde, it's about rediscovering. It's about rediscovering ourselves, reassessment, remodel, redecorate, remake. Anything that we have to go back through and we have to reflect. So you can say that it's a period of self-reflection. Who am I? That's something you may be thinking about. What about my image? What type of image am I portraying to the world? That's definitely something that you may want to, definitely something that you may be thinking about for the next month. And it's something that you should do. It's an appropriate thing to do during the retrograde time. Okay. So I think I covered everything with Venus retrograde. It's funny because when Venus goes retrograde, I always feel it. I feel it immediately because, you know, in my business, my business is all about helping people with essentially with their body image, because I do personal training, I do image consulting, and I would say the majority of my clients that come to me are experiencing some changes with how they view their body, and they want to view their bodies more in a positive light. And so I deal with this all the time. So it's interesting that Venus is going retrograde at this time because I'm getting more phone calls and I'm getting more clients that are trying to make that particular change. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is actually, I believe it's a great time to hire a coach or consultant because this is the time that you want to make some changes. You want help making changes. So nothing's really permanent, but you are having help to make some changes in your life. And so you have the guidance to do that, or you're getting the tools and the information to do that. And then after September, you can go ahead and make those permanent changes. So I think this is absolutely a great time to hire somebody. So, but Venus is also about, not only is it about love, beauty, money, it's also about desire. So that means that during this point in time, you definitely want to be careful with who you connect with, because after the retrograde is over, you may have discovered that all wasn't what you thought it would be. So I'm saying this in so many words, particularly to you singles. You definitely want to take your time with this, particularly during this time, because like I said, you may not have all your information, so slow it down. All right, so enough of my rant about Venus retrograde. What else is coming up? Oh, coaching advice. I wanted to give a little bit of coaching advice. So one of the things I've noticed, I just read this great book. It's called the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and I was reading it for just fitness advice, because as a personal trainer, I have to have information. I have to keep reading and inspiring myself to be able to inspire my clients, because losing weight can be a big deal. Losing those last additional pounds is no joke. So, I have to inspire myself so I can inspire other people as well. And one of the things he talks about in the book is being average versus being exceptional. And I think this is a great point. I think that, in dating, I translate that to dating, that are we really putting our effort into dating and finding the right mate? Probably not. I don't think we're doing it in a lot of areas of our life. I think we do just enough that we can get over, and that's it. We don't put the exceptional amount of effort into what we're doing. And that includes both our personal lives and our professional life. And what he's advocating is if you just put more forward, if you give not just 100%, but 110% towards your goal, you just might get it. As a matter of fact, you probably will get it. It's almost like the universe, God opens up and says, now I know you really want it. And I've seen this happen so many times where I've seen people put 135% into something, and I've seen the results, which are generally positive. So, when it comes to dating, you have to ask yourself, are you putting as much effort in as you can? Have you updated your online dating profile? Are you going out on speed dating events? How many events do you go out, to per month? How often are you meeting people? If you're just going to work and going home, going to work and going home, that's no good. You need to be going to work, coming home, going out again. Because remember, you're single. You have to be out and about, and people have to get to know you. And I hate to tell you that, when you get older, though, you get a little lazier. Let's be honest. You have your comfort. Maybe it's not laziness. It's probably more so comfort zone. I'm in my comfort, and so I want to stay there. And so we got to push ourselves sort of out of that comfort zone. I know there's certain comfort zones I'm in, and I have to sort of push myself out. Every day I try to pound that comfort zone and try to break out of it so that I can reach my goals, because that's eventually where you want to be. So that's something we're actually going to talk about in the meetup coming up on July 25th. So ladies, I definitely hope that I see you there, or in the workshop on July 30th as well. We're going to talk about pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone as well, because I think that really will help you find the thing that you're looking for or achieve your goals, whether it be personally, like I said, finding somebody, or even professionally. If you're looking for a promotion, getting new clients, etc., etc. It's all about how far you're willing to push. How much action are you willing to put into this? Because it takes a lot. It's almost like, and I've seen this time and time again, when I put just enough effort into something, I never make the mark. As a matter of fact, my goals, I don't make my goals at all, not even halfway. But when I put more than enough in, I still may not meet my goals, but I've come farther along than I would have ever come along if I just put just enough effort into it. So it's something that I definitely think that you need to know about. So that's just my rant, my little coaching advice for the minute. Also, write down your goals. There's something about writing down your goals that makes it permanent for me. It's like when I write down my goals, there is an energy that goes on that I can't deny. Whenever I write that goal down, it is in the back of my head. It's like, okay, what did you do today to get closer to that goal? And I immediately feel guilty, or I feel an air of exuberance because I've met that particular objective to get closer to my goal. So I encourage you to do that. Start writing your goals down. Again, I advocate vision boards. I've said this over and over and over again. There's something about writing your goals down, having a clear picture in the mind of what you want, because that reinforces that idea. Every day you go out, you see your vision board, you see your goals. What did I do to accomplish that? What did I do to come closer to that? And you generate that energy. So now that energy is already around you. The universe the universe has to give you what you want, because now you're generating that energy, and so you're attracting those things into your life. And so I definitely encourage you to start writing those goals down and creating a vision board. Or I've even written post-it notes on my bathroom mirror when I was too lazy to do a vision board, and even that helped me a lot. There's just something about the energy around writing things down that brings it into fruition. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about some of my upcoming activities. So for those of you who don't know, I am the reigning Miss Mid-Atlantic. I will be in the Exquisite International Pageant on August the 8th. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I have my dress. I have just about everything I need for the pageant at this point. I have a few more accessories to get, but it's always such a production to get there. But it's always a fun experience. I always have such a great time, when I'm in a pageant. or fitness show. I am still doing fitness shows as well. So, but the pageant is next. That'll be August 8th. We do have, you can vote for me. There is a People's Choice Award that is given out during the show. So if you feel compelled to vote for me, please go to the website. It's Exquisite International Pageant. You can Google that. I don't have the exact address website, but it is the Exquisite, EXQUISITE International Pageant. And you will see me as Ms. Mid-Atlantic. So, I definitely appreciate if you would vote for me there. I think it is a small nominal fee of maybe $1. So, if you feel compelled, please vote for me. I always appreciate your support. I know some of you go to a lot of my shows, whether it be fitness or pageants. So, I definitely appreciate your support. Could not do this thing without you. I also wanted to talk about my platform that I'll be doing that pageant. My platform is body image disorders, body shaming. And the reason I came up with that is because a lot of my clients that come to me, they have body image issues. Maybe not disorders, but issues. And they've been through body shaming. And I really feel for them because I've never really, have been in a situation where anyone has shamed me for my body, but I can't imagine it either. I think it's, sort of cruel. They also have problems accepting their bodies or they have a negative image of their bodies. And so, I wanted to really talk about that. I think that we need to raise the standard of what is considered beautiful, particularly when it comes to our bodies and our images in this society. I think that as women, particularly, we live in a society where they pressure us to look a certain way and pressure us to have a certain ideal body type. And so, rather than loving us for who we are, both on the inside and in the outside, and I think that, and it affects us. It affects us personally and how we view the world. When we're confident and we're strong, we're confident, then we're able to experience the world a lot differently than when we're shamed because of our bodies. And so, it's something that I'm very passionate about because although I am body image conscious, I'm conscious of my own body, I'm also very proud of my body. So whether I gain weight or lose it, I still love who I am and I still walk around with my head held high. So that's something that I do. And I just think it's so important for us to raise the standard, raise the level or the standard of beauty for the next generation, for our little girls, so they are accepted for who they are, both on the inside and the outside. So it's something I'm very passionate about. And something I'll be talking about. And hey, you may see me in the community, talking to the little girls and even the little guys about, how they view themselves as far as their body image is concerned. I saw, and just with that topic, been reading some of the blogs and looking on the news, and there's so many issues of body shaming. Like, I saw the article regarding Serena, the tennis player. Did I say her name right? Serena? I think I said her name right. I apologize if I didn't say it right. But the fact that people look at her like she's too athletic looking. Well, what does that look like? She plays tennis. Of course she's athletic looking. So they're body shaming her because of that. What kind of world have we come to when we do that? She's playing her heart out, and people are slamming her, for her body. So I think it's sort of cruel, and it's something that I think we need to stop and just accept people for who they are, particularly when they're doing positive things in the world. So as you can imagine, I'm very passionate about that particular issue. All right, let me get off my rant. Also wanted to talk about, I forgot, my favorite things. Always my favorite part of the video. So this time I wanted to do my favorite things. I want to talk about the colors that are coming out for the fall. I love these particular colors. I'm only going to name a few. There's 10, but I'm only going to name a few. And if you want to know what the all the fall colors are, go to the Pantone website, Pantone, and they'll give you the fall 2015 colors. And these are the colors that you will see in the stores for the fall. So a couple of my favorite ones are ochre. So it's like a golden yellow. So I have a warm skin tone, so yellows and like orange really work for me. They sort of bring out my skin a lot, so I love these colors. There's also cadmium orange. Again, I love orange, gold, and yellow based colors, so this really appeals to me. I love those colors. If you have a warm base skin tone, these colors will definitely work for you. There's also the cool cashmere rose. So this is sort of like a plum based rose. I can't exactly wear it and wear it well anyway. But they are great colors if you have a cool base skin tone. Also dried herb, which is it's like an olive green. I love earthy colors. I'm definitely more of an earthy girl, so this definitely sort of appealed to me. So those are just a few of the new shades, new colors that will be coming out for the fall. Again, the total list you can get on Pantone. I think it's Pantone.com. If that's not it, just type in Pantone, Pantone colors, and you'll get the fall 2015 colors. So I think that's it. So I really enjoy making these videos for you all. I feel like I can reach out and touch you all, other than just doing blogs. But I actually just did a blog. It was called In Search of Beauty. And I put that on, that article is on ideafit.com. That's a fitness blog that I write. It's ideafit.com/live, love, aspire. I also posted that on YourTango as well, yourtango.com/live, love, aspire. I also have my own blog, and I didn't post that article on that blog, but I have my own blog, liveloveaspire.blogspot.com. My website address is liveloveaspire.com, and I write a lot. So if you want to get in touch with me, send me an email, info@liveloveaspire.com, or moniqueboyd, moniqueboyd @liveloveaspire.com. And also Facebook. I'm on Facebook as well, Live Love Aspire. I have my own fitness style pages. Live Love Aspire Fitness, that's a page I have, and Live Love Aspire Style, that's another page I have. So I do a lot. Also YouTube, Live Love Aspire. If you type in Live Love Aspire, you should be able to bring up some of my videos, some of my prior videos as well. I do these videos periodically, so I never know when I'm going to do the videos, but I love being able to talk to you guys. I feel like I'm sitting in your home, in your living room, or in your kitchen. So I love doing that as well, the blog. So, again, the services, if you want to get in touch with me for any coaching services or personal training services, image consulting services, please send me an email at info@liveloveaspire.com, moniqueboyd@liveloveaspire.com, or join my meetup groups. I have one meetup group for women, Rules DMV support group. If the group thing is more your speed, please do go into meetup.com and look for that group. I'd be happy to have you in. So I think that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, just send me an email, or anything you'd like me to talk about, just send me an email. That's it for now. Live, love, aspire. Take care, guys. Bye.